Okay, imagine, I'm from California. I actually had a few friends, it just happened to us, right? Lose everything. And they had minutes, and we're talking about minutes to spare, to think about all those important documents, the passports, the birth certificates, the valuables, the taxes, all the things that you need. Imagine from ICE, the Icebox personal information storage system with the accessories, to really think about taking this time for every single household, by the way, all the important documents that you need in one place. In case of emergency is what we call this, and it is probably one of the most important items that every single household, that means your sister, your uncle, your aunt, every person needs to have, whether it is your birth certificate, your passports, because we had such a crazy natural tragedy just happen where people were, oh, how am I gonna, where's everything? All the right keys that I need? How about all in one place? By the way, flame resistant material up to 158 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's bring in Paige Volovich. This is really speaking to my heart, Paige, because it's one of those kind of like, we call this the in case of emergency in a box, right? All the important documents that you need all in one place.
So smart. You're so right, Nance, because this really came about. Essentially, you had to evacuate or leave your home in just 60 seconds. Nancy, would you be able to gather all of those important documents and important information and dash out the door? And if you're like me, the answer is absolutely not, because I have it spread all about the home. I have my deed to the home
Yeah,
somewhere,
right.
the title to my
Downstairs
car.
living room.
Yes,
Yeah.
right up
In the
there. I have
garage somewhere. Yeah.
my husband has documents and boxes, and that is just our reality. We all have the best intentions, and that's what I love, is this beautiful nudge that we all need. So you're right. ICE, meaning in case of emergency, you would be able to grab the handles of this grab and go bag.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to just talk through everything from passports to passwords. That's a critical piece of information. We are talking about key management system. And this really was all born and developed because the inventor, the founder of the company, had been raised by his wonderful, beautiful grandmother. He and his sister were. And when she had passed away, they flew out to Michigan to put all of her affairs in order.
Mm-hmm.
But Nance, what happened was they couldn't find anything.
Yeah.
So they were actually knocking. This really like tugs at my
I
heartstrings.
know.
They had to go bank to bank, Nancy, knock on the door and say, "Did my grandma do banking here? Did my grandma do banking here?"
Oh my
And
gosh.
they had no idea. And we joke about it, looking under beds and cabinets, but that's a reality where a lot of us keep all this random information. So what you're going to see here is a system
Yeah,
that
tell
is
me how it
so
works.
brilliant and
Mm-hmm.
so smart. So Nance, do you see all the different color
Yes.
folders that are built in?
Uh-huh.
And they actually have been pre-labeled.
Oh,
And
good.
that is been definitely curated and very thoughtfully created, because you have your own, that you can make your own personalized folder and customize.
Yeah.
But they took the hard job of figuring out what means most of us, and then they give you this package,
Mm-hmm.
and it has these individual papers of information that I'm holding up here that you can see we've color coordinated. So maybe you have medical information. Well, they already did the hard work for you, Nan. I have these papers
Yeah,
that
let's
ask
go to
all
page.
of these important questions.
Okay.
So this is included as well. Here's my medical history information.
Mm-hmm.
It can be really simple. You see my dear friend Jared, he just wrote his notes in pencil. We don't ask you do a lot, but maybe medical history is, this is my doctor, here's my blood type, here's where medical files are. Pink matches pink. So you're going to take your pink medical information. We already pre-labeled health, and you're going to put it in the folder. Maybe it is friends and family. This is a key information if you're a guardian or you're worried about the guardian for your children. Maybe it's everything from your neighbors that know your house inside out. Maybe it is all that contact information, emergency information. We're coordinating yellow to yellow. And then the next piece I'll show you in just a second
Mm-hmm.
is this folder of all this incredible protected information, but passports, a backup phone, maybe it's cash, Maybe it is an SD card that we've included,
Hmm.
so you can put thousands of photographs in, and then we'll
Oh,
even show
I
you
love
this
that thumb
envelope.
drive. Uh-huh.
Isn't that genius? Our
Yeah.
photos. What is the top thing that we all want to grab when we dash out that door?
Hmm.
Are the photos. But then in here, this is where we take it to the next level.
Okay.
So this could be anything from, your jewelry. It could be medication. It could be all those keys to important information. So maybe it's a shed. Maybe it is that safety deposit box. So these are things that we never thought about before. And again, we hear a lot from customers who have a friend, maybe it happened to them. You've said to yourself, I'm going to do it someday. This is really giving you that beautiful nudge. Beginning of the year, it's tax time. We have that information out. Time to dig in.
Oh, Paige, this one speaks so close to my heart because I think we realize that, it's almost those things that you're like, oh, this will never happen to me. And then some of my friends just lost everything, and the whole world just saw what happened to California. Not to scare you, but anything and everything can happen at any point, even in a beautiful Mediterranean temperature place like California, right? Whether it is any kind of storm. Paige, will you tell them about this fire, like flame resistant
Yeah.
material and the lock?
Right. So they were two very key elements.
Yeah.
We do hear from a lot of people that, they have those fire safe. But Nance, in reality, if I were to try to, run down and get my fire safe, am I able to pick it up and carry that
No,
fire safe running out?
you
No, I'm
can't.
going to grab my children. You're going to grab your pet.
Yeah.
You're going to grab
And
your
you're
your
frazzled,
photos.
Paige. I talk to my girlfriends who have lost their homes. They have minutes. When that is happening, and I
Yeah.
watched all the news, and people were like, I wish I had grabbed this. Oh my goodness, I didn't have my passport. I mean,
Yeah.
this really is that in case of emergency and pre-planned right now, all the important things. I mean, I'm looking at this page and I'm like, wait a second, there is a home inventory. Your
Yeah.
like home insurance company needs this information. These are the way that you're going to get everything prepared. So when that, gosh forbid, anything happens, whether it's a storm, a hurricane, a fire,
Yeah.
anything happens, in case of emergency, you're able to lock this, which is great. You're absolutely right. I have a safe in my home. I'm not going to be able to carry that safe out. But all the
No.
things that you need, such an easy grab and go, even with like the keys, your safe deposit box, the shed, the storage unit, house key, all the things in one place. That's what you want to think about. Grab and go.
It is that grab and go situation. And, if you even think about all the things that are important to you, it always dwindles down and goes down to your family. But the paperwork that we need, this is really forcing, I think of it as the 3-in-1 system, Nancy. Yes, it is
It's
that
almost like
in
a
case of
legacy box,
emergency.
Paige. It's almost
Oh, I
like a
love that.
legacy box. Yeah.
Yes, because I always tell people, I know where my spare keys mean, but would my family?
No.
No. I know where those
Yep.
forms are. I know what bank. I know, but would they? No. So, yes, this is in case of emergency. So,
Yeah.
phase one,
Uh-huh.
you grab and go. Number two, this is for your next of kin. This
Yes.
is for your power of attorney.
Your
This is for your
children
executor.
knowing everything in one
Knowing.
place. And I've had two
And for
people
me,
pass. Yeah, Paige, my mom and
yes.
my dad. And it took us forever, just like you said about the bank. I mean, goodness
Yeah.
gracious, just nobody thinks about what can happen. And things will happen. Like they said, right? Death and taxes. I
Yeah.
mean, it's going to happen. So to be
Yes.
able to have that organized and kind of give you a little sense of relief for your children or for yourself, this is something that kind of gets everything organized. Let's talk about, Paige, your birth certificates. Can you imagine getting a new birth
Yeah.
certificate? Can you imagine getting a new
No.
social security card?
So much
Can you
work.
imagine your passport? All those things. You don't have time to think about it, Paige, when there is a fire coming to you in less than a couple minutes.
It's the last thing you're thinking about.
Yeah.
You're thinking of getting out of there as
Yeah, your
quickly as
safety.
possible, your safety, your family,
Your dog,
and
your
then
pets.
this is going to save you so much grief, so much red tape. And I'll tell you, once you do this, I really tell you, this nudge is a beautiful gift for yourself because it's like your will, it's like all those little things, your taxes you need to do that really live in our heart and our heads when we're sleeping at night. So at the end of the day, the peace of mind that you're giving yourself and your family is worth the price
Yeah.
of admission.
You know what this is? This is peace of mind and security.
Yeah.
You're like ready to
Sure.
go. And I love that this is also a flame resistant material as well. And you can also lock it up as well. All right, so from ICE Box personal information storage system with accessories. It is such a timely thing, Paige. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in a bit.
See you in a bit, Nan.
All right, Paige is coming back with something.